I get worried. I worry all the time lately about, how it's going to end up, because I feel like I already ended up. I'm of age, and it could happen. It could happen overnight. It could happen in a blink. This is how I ended up. So, I don't know. I'm reacting to a few different things. I don't mean to stir up a hornet's nest of hate against me more than I already have in the past. And, but you know what? It's not immature or unreasonable for me to think that I deserved to have gotten paid for the time that I took to record the drums for songs that went on records. And even if they didn't go on records, for the 6 months of the rehearsal, for over a year of playing with you guys, you know what I got out of it? I got nothing out of it. I signed 2 pieces of paper to my cousin, handed both copies to you. You gave me a blue drum set, blue Premier, Cape drum set, and a pack of Sabian B8 starter pack cymbals for services rendered that I didn't ask for, and that was supposed to keep me going until you called me back, which never called back. I've had a few fast shuttled emails back to me from one of you. I've had a couple phone calls that I made while I was asked to rejoin for just the week before I was going into my neck surgery for disc fusion neck surgery. My position was you should have paid the drummer you had, and he wouldn't have left, because he had kids too, remember? But I don't know. You're not my enemy, but you know what? I remember all the things you said to me too. How if anybody crossed you and all this, I never deserved to hear the Godfather treatment coming from the guy that was singing in the band. I was there with bells on. I was there basically, like a kind of slave trying to believe in, this project. And, you took me for a ride. As far as who's going where and what and management, there's other people with their eyes on this program here. For anybody bad-mouthing anybody and all that, you know what? I never got the lawyer I should have got. I told one of you personally, out of respect, I'm not going to sue you. I might occasionally shit myself and talk about it. I call it professional courtesy. When you go around telling people that I had mental problems and then nobody wants to play in a band with me after I worked with a real good shot at doing something professionally with you, I think you owe me something for that. And, as a person, especially in the fact that I grew up around you. I was a kid growing up next door playing with your kids. I thought you were like my brothers, and ended up, my family won't talk to me for a lot to do with the money that was passed around while I created or helped create an interest with you in this in your music, in the demo work. And then it went on the records that nobody told me about. I had to find out on the internet that I was actually on records and not even getting credit for being the drummer, with my drum track clearly being on the drums. Nobody said they were sorry ever, and nobody ever had a dialogue with me or 2 sentences about it ever since. I saw one of you at the Hess's gas station with my son a couple summers ago, 2, 3 years ago, when my uncle just died. And, it was like a sham. It was like a goofy sham. I don't give a goddamn how many tours you're thinking of you've been on with the big name and you're on your own and all that. You know what? You never made right from this one last guy that you grew up with. And I deserved it. to have a decent opportunity, you know, to keep my own self-employed as a musician and not shut down from knowing you and working with you. I was on call. I used to get out of bed 2 in the morning just to go over there and talk with you when we were recording those things. You know what I mean? Basically, I never wanted to be a one-man band, and what the hell was so wrong with me wanting to be able to play the guitar as well as lay down drum tracks? You were that professional? I don't think so. You spent a lot of time not making music, believe me, sitting around. All that gear, you know, I was never in the plan. That's the whole thing. But it hurt because my first wife was involved with, you know, during those years with you. Back in 96, 97, 96, I think it was. I was in New York. I'd come back. I was recording with you. You know, there was all that hype that we were gonna, you know, it looked like we were gonna go somewhere because you kept saying we were going somewhere and we're going to keep recording together, and it never materialized. And then when it came time to pay me, you know, I had mental problems and personality problems with your bandmates. Feels like there's a cartel that's kind of screwed me in the ground. That's how I feel about it, and it's January 19, 2010. Doesn't matter if we got talent. I understand. You told me it's only music. You know, that's horrible. What the hell are you doing on stage if it's only music?